Welcome, tribe. I'm the host, Christian Lair, and this is the Wise to Wise podcast. Today, I just want to touch on something that's profound, yet not many see it. And it is about squares and cubes and the reality that we live in. Have you ever wondered why everything that we use is a cube? Everything we use is a cube. And the biggest reason for that is, for one, cubes or squares, in general, straight lines, you never find in nature. So the fact that we always are using a cube or a square just shows that we are going against nature when we use a cube or a square. So we are going against our very nature when we use it. And 90-degree angles, which you will never find in nature, hold positive ions, which is negative in science. They hold positive ions and they trap our energy, keep it very dense, and it's like a smoke in the air. It's hard to have the ability to think because these angles trap our energy or trap conversations or trap certain things. That's why it's important to use sage in your home, because it clears out ions and then you have the ability to reconnect ions to what you want your space to be. So the matrix is derived of cubes and squares, and we will never find a square in nature. But when we look at it, we're like, okay, squares are man-made. But it is and if you look at 4 90-degree angles would equal 360, it's a man-made circle, basically, which equals a 9. Everything comes back to 9. Everything. Separate video for that. But we live in the Cuban. We live in a space that is designed to control our energy. Example, have you ever been outside and your thoughts just flow with ease? There's a reason for that. Because you're able to connect with the divine nature of life. So just ask yourself, why is everything a cube? And you will get the answer. You don't have to go through me, but you will get the answer. Everything that they want, which is the beings that are in power, they don't want us to be conscious creators. They don't want us to have the ability to create and manifest and attract our life. So what do? They keep our energy very condensed in boxes. If you think about a prison, what is a prison? It's a prism, or a prism for our light, our eye as beings, so we are not able to shine. That's the nature of this. And that's the thing we must overcome, is being controlled. People don't even know it. And you cannot connect with yourself if all you do are in a box. Well, and then you ask yourself, why do they want us going against nature? Going against nature has a direct impact on us as divine beings. Because we are nature. And things that are man-made really stunt our growth of self-discovery. So get out in nature, man. Ground. Take off your soles of your shoes. What are the rubber soles? What do? They disconnect us from the divine order of nature. They disconnect us. They want us to fall victim that we are our bodies. They want us to believe that we are our bodies. And that's the biggest thing about what religion is. But again, another topic for another time. Everything is within. Everything. Nothing external adds value to you. This phone does not add value to me. I am of value. I am the value that gives this phone value. You know what I mean? And with that example, it's just like you put on some jewelry. That jewelry does not add value to you. You add value to that jewelry. And we need to connect back to source. Crystals. What are crystals? They are fractals of nature, the sun, that took form physically or in the material world within a certain vibration and frequency from the sun at that specific time, just like what we are. You can't say crystals are demonic. Why would crystals be demonic? We have crystals in us. We have calcite crystals in our pineal gland. We have crystals in our ears. Crystals in water. Crystals are everything. We are crystal. We are a sparking light crystal. Crystalline beings. That's what we are. So don't fall victim to the narrative that are being pushed for certain agendas to where we don't connect back with us. And that's all this is about. That's all the cube that we live in is about. Disconnecting us from us. Disconnecting us from source. But it's not easy to do that when all you're seeing is what they want you to see. I have a lot of information that will help guide y'all to things that will help y'all. Remember, location holds vibration. Remember that. Just remember that. There's a reason why you go somewhere and you feel a certain energy. Because the location, that wherever that is, every single thought, every single thing that has happened there, it's like a cloud of energy there. So get out in nature, ground yourself. Let go of trying to control things. Accept where you are. Surrender. Surrender does not mean give up. It means let go of always trying to do something. Accept things and accept things that not everything is in your control. Control is the biggest illusion we have. Yes, we have will. We have free will. But what is that even? Free will. If we didn't have free will, it would be pointless. If we had a certain way to do things in everything single aspect, then us as individuals would be it would be pointless to experience this as souls, because we all would be on the same experience, the same thing. And no one experiences the same thing, because everyone's perspective is different and unique to them and what they see and desire and imagine. So I read this thing recently. It said, do we have free will, or is it predestined? If it was predestined, then it would be pointless. This thing that we call life, we chose as souls to grow and evolve as souls individually. And individually does not mean, because when you break down individual, it means in divide you are. That's what they want us to divide. Our individuals is us divided from one source. We're divided from one source to get back to source. It's beautiful how life works when you actually take the time to release things that do not add value to your life. We are individually experiencing this. So with free will, yes, we have free will. I have a free will to jump in this water right now. And if we didn't have free will, everything would be predestined, and it would be pointless for us to experience this, because we subconsciously already know what we're going to experience. That's why the unknown is so important to live in, because what's the gift in life if we already know everything that's going to happen? It would be pointless to live this. It would be pointless to experience this. So free will is a beautiful thing. Free will is the way that we can do things in a way that's most connected to us. And not everyone is connected to self, because the ego plays a big part in that. However, when you dismantle that and you release the self-imposed limitations, and you are able to release the layers that you have put onto yourself throughout the years of your life and your existence, you see how everything really is connected. And duality is an illusion that they put on us, just like boxes and squares are illusions of us. But we are the divine. There's certain things, we have universal laws that are universal. Free will can't go against a universal law. You can't break them. You can't transgress them. They're there, and they will always be there. Because if there wasn't, then this universe would cease to exist. And that doesn't go against free will, because the laws are more so, let's say, example, the law of mentalism. It is the law of mentalism states that the all is mind, everything is mental. So, is that contradicting to free will? No, because anything that we think, we create. And you have the free will to think in the ways you want to create. You got the law of correspondence. You got as above, so below. Our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. Is that free will? Yes, because we can control our inner world to affect our outer world. That is not going against free will, because we have the free will to create that from within to get it without. And there are just two. There's many more. There's, I want to say 11, 10 to 11, 7 to 11, one of those. But that's another topic. But I'm trying to stay on the matrix and cubes and how important it is to break through just being controlled. Our minds are controlled by what we see on the television, what we see on the news. The boxes that we're always in to be controlled and condensed. We are light beings. We expand, we evolve, and we grow. And when we get in a box, it condenses our light. When we look at a screen all day, it condenses our thoughts. But I don't want to run rampant again, because you know there's bigger things here. And things can be, this life is so simple, yet people look at it as so complex. Dumb it down to where a baby can understand it. Dumb it down to anyone can understand it. I'm not here. My goal on this channel is not to push an agenda or force beings to see life the way I see it. It is to connect with beings that are open-minded. Because like shit, when we get in them boxes, closed-minded is a thing. Our minds closed. The light does not shine as bright. Just remember, the reason everything is a box and a cube is because they want us to go against us, the divine nature of life. You look at our body, there ain't one straight line on our body. That should tell you something. But just remember that. It's about stagnating the energy and control. That's all the matrix is. And once you break free of that control, peace of mind is what you have. You have the ability to break free of control. That is not easy to do. But that's the journey that I chose here this time around. Living in the unknown. Letting go. Releasing certain things and people that no longer serve what I'm called here to do. But the cycle of life is always cycling. A 360-degree circle is a 9. The 9 is a very sacred number. And when they make cubes, it is a 9. It is a 9, but it's a man-made 9. They want us to be controlled by man-made time, man-made everything. Because it would get us out of sync of what really is within. Ooh, I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna say that for another time, because that's a deep one. But what I can say is cycles are in everything. and straight lines contradict those cycles. So it's like you're not going to have a full cycle of anything because it's a jagged edge. It's a it's a corner. Even like time is governed by the sun. The days are governed by the moon. Them are cycles. That's nature's cycles. We have winter, spring, summer, fall. Them are cycles of nature. Going through processes of evolution and breaking down, unlearning to relearn. That is everything in nature is a cycle, and we're going against, like, for example, the days of the week is the same cycle every single week. That only thing makes it goes against nature. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we're back to it. When there's 365 days in a year, it doesn't even make sense. It's, again, going against cycles of nature. That's all this matrix is to go against cycles of nature. But, however, this is a great opportunity for me to continuously push out these videos. Whoever sees these, it's not about a million fucking views for me. It's not. If I can impact one person's life, I'm grateful for it. Because I know the transformations that I got throughout these years, and I'm grateful for it. So remember, get out of nature, get within the cycles of life and nature. Get away from them cubes and controlled environments as much as reality that you live in now is going to let you. And you never know. You might just have to say fuck it and walk away from things. I just walked away from where I grew up. I grew up in Ohio, and I moved all the way to Colorado with no one here. One person here. She know who she is. But this is the best opportunity for us to evolve and live in the unknown. I don't know what's going to happen out here, but I know divine timing and the universe is working for me. It's never working against me. So, to wrap this up, we are one. Stay connected to self. Love and light. I ain't gonna say peace because we ain't peace. We connected for life like an infinity sign. So stay connected, stay grounded. And continuously connect to the self-evolution of within. I love y'all. Stay strong. And I'm out here.